to send this one away. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, here's Cousins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
First down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 53 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
game so far. And now due to a forward to the beginning of the second half.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On play action, Cousins. Short throw to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good edge steam going.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Cousins. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Still on his feet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Patterson on the carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
A running play.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
Big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, 50 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes that's a way of catching up with you.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Ford. And what a return as he brings this all the way interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. Bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Vikings 3.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Cousins on first down. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Handoff.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, 27 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back?